Hey, how you guys doing?
How's everybody going?
Good evening. Happy Stay Fishy Friday. Sorry we're a minute late, but for some reason OBS software was giving us problems, wouldn't let me hit the start stream key. And we had to go and restart the program and go back into the room, and then we were able to start. So we're here now. Let me get the chat set up and the pop out and all that. I can't see none of your chat yet. Pop out chat is up. I can minimize this now. There we go. Hey, Chris Big says, morning, Daddy. What's up, Chris? Oh, I'm answering on my typing. Oh, my God. What's up, Chris? Glad to have you here, brother. Oh, I ain't in sync yet. I'm doing so much. I'm doing too much at once, so I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to get this, in sync. Got my buddy Reaper here with us tonight. We're going to have a good time, and we got lots to talk about. But first, let's get to this Tracy update. Wow, it's been crazy all week. She's putting me through the ringer. Let me tell you that.
Start Tracy slides.
Yeah, let me do the Tracy side. See, I'm darn glad you're here, buddy. All right, here, let me find them.
It's already highlighted. Yeah.
No, where's it at?
Isn't that it right there? Tracy slide.
Where? Oh, it's
Right
all
there.
right here. Okay, I gotta highlight this. Now it'll
There
start
you go.
Tracy's slide. Okay, so she's been sick most of this week, and we got her calmed down, and she didn't have to go to the hospital. We iced her up. We had ice packs under her armpits, between her legs, on the back of her neck. We had a cold rag on her forehead, and we got her on antibiotics, and she went through all the antibiotics and came back good. Everything was fine, except for yesterday. Mara tells me, now, we all love Mara, but she tells me I'm worried about something called C. diff. And I'm like, well, what's that? She goes, well, that's where if she has a bad reaction to all this antibiotics we gave her, then she's going to have the worst smelling, number 2, and it's going to be like Hershey squirts everywhere. And I'm sorry, Diesel. And I'm like, we're good. It's just antibiotics. Well, Mara yesterday told me that she saw the situation I was in where we have to go pick up these 90 fish tanks. She offered, well, I don't have to work tomorrow. I'll come in and work Saturday for you. I'm like, oh my God, you would do that for me? Because neither nurse works weekends, Saturday. So she did this, and now I'm thinking she's plotting against me. She knew this C. diff was coming. Because as soon as Mara didn't come up today, this morning, Tracy had the worst number 2 I've ever seen in my life. Smelled more horrible than anything I've ever smelled in my life. This was horrible. It was like sticky, slimy chocolate milk. And it came out of the brief everywhere. So I was like, oh my God. So I took the sheets and held everything together, and then I just kept on taking chucks and cleaning it up. And I got her down to where there's no liquid. Then I can turn her on her side and clean up that. And then I turn her on the other side, clean up that. Now I can give her bath. I do this, and I get her back dressed, got her new brief on, new chucks on, new sheets on, everything's fine. And she goes again. I call Mara. I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst. This is horrible. I don't understand, her belly's it feels like she's bloated with water. I push it and it pops right back, and it's bigger than normal. So Mara got worried. She called the doctor. The doctor called in for vancomycin for C. diff. And we went to the drugstore to get it. Reaper went up there for us. And it's not covered by insurance, and it's really expensive. So we had to call the doctor back and get him to prescribe it, not in liquid, but in pill form, which I can crush and still put in the same way. But the pill's covered, the liquid's not. I don't know. It's a ridiculous thing that we're doing here. So in the meantime, she goes a third time. And now she coughs so much that she broke her upper GI bleed, which caused all this in the first place, open. So now she coughed up and blood came out her nose, her mouth, all over everything. I'm like, oh my God, I'm here by myself. I'm trying to handle it. People are calling on the phone, and it's just horrible. So you know, if I didn't answer the phone today, there's really good reason. Okay, her temperature went up to 101. If it goes above that, I have to take her to the hospital. That's part of the agreement. I'm not a doctor, and they won't let her stay home unless So if it gets to 101.5 or above, I have to take her in, and it didn't. It got up to 101.1, and I got it back down now to 99.8. Actually, I can look right now. Well, it's 100.1 right now. So we're working on it. We're getting it down. We're doing everything we can. But poor Tracy, on top of this, now she's got to rebust her upper GI bleed open, and she's having this reaction to the antibiotics in the first place. They have to give her stiffer, harder antibiotics, and then poor Rich, he's got to clean up this shitty mess. I'm sorry, I had to say it. But it's so bad. And C. diff is very contagious. Melissa B asked that. The nurse has me. I have to wear gloves when I go near Tracy, and then as soon as I get done doing everything has to be washed in bleach, and then I have to wash my hands with antibacterial and all that afterwards, even though I wore gloves. So yeah, it's a big thing right now, and it got worse because the doctor don't know about the upper GI bleed starting again. So now she's puking up blood, and I don't know if you guys can see this picture, but let me go to it real quick. There's Tracy. Here we go. I don't know if you can put that up close to that. You got long arms, try and stretch close to that thing right there, that camera. Can you see that? Oh yeah, there you go. That was her puking out blood out of her nose and her mouth all over her neck. That's good. I had to take a picture of it, but the doc don't even know about that yet. So I know because it's happened like 8 times so far. This thing keeps breaking open. They took her off her blood thinners, and it's been great for like 2 months now, and now it's back. But I know it's because she's coughing so much from this being, sick with the C. diff or whatever it's called. So, I'm constantly cleaning her. This is her 3rd set of sheets for the day. It's been crazy, and I don't have time for anything else. And she's had better weeks, she's had more progress, and now it's like she's in there fighting again, and I got to keep fighting with her. No one's in there now. I've got her on my phone right here. I can see her, and I can see the monitor that tells me. I've got 3 monitors set up. One tells me her temperature in her mouth. One tells me her oxygen and heart rate. That's the pulse ox. And then the other one tells me I've got a sensor right on her chest that if her skin's 88, at that point, she's not got a temperature or she's not cold. If it gets up to 92 or above, I need to take the sheets off. If it gets 88 and lower, I got to put sheets on. It's my little sensor that I put on her and figured out when she's cold and hot to make it easier for me to make her more comfortable. So I can see all 3 of them on this phone thing. So she's right about 20 foot that way, right out the door. So nobody's out there now. We're doing what we got to do. I don't know if you guys can't see or not, but there's Tracy on this side, and these are her monitors right here. And then I can zoom in on things and read them. So I leave it zoomed in on the monitors, and I've got the volume on. If she starts coughing or something, I'll be able to hear it. So we're good. We can finish this Friday Night Live and do our thing. So, but other than that, she's looking really, really nice. I mean, before 2 days ago, I took the best picture of her, period, and I put it on, a couple different places, but her skin is back to colorful and plump and nice, and, it's not, leathery and hard and sickly looking. She was looking really the best she's looked since she's come home, and I had to take pictures because it was so nice. And then all of a sudden this happened. She had a reaction to the antibiotics they gave her, and now this is what's up. So I'm dealing with this. I've been up, yesterday I did from 4 o'clock all the way to midnight, and then midnight to 8 o'clock, and then today I've got 24 hours. Mara's coming tomorrow, but I promised them people to go pick up them 90 tanks. So we're leaving to go do that tomorrow. So and then Sunday I've got another 24 hours to do. So I'll get some sleep Monday, I guess. But you know, we just got to do what we got to do and keep going forward. You know, plus I still got to feed the fish and take care of things. And you know, Josh left to go to his what was it called?
That concert.
It's not a concert; it's a festival.
Right.
He went down to Incision.
I forget the name of it.
I think it's Incision, down by Columbus. So him and his girlfriend are there for the weekend, and they'll be back Sunday night. That leaves me with my other half, Reaper, and he's staying the night tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna leave, and everybody's meeting us here, and we're gonna leave and go pick up the 90 fish tanks out of that barn. So I've got the nurse coming tomorrow, thank God. But you know, Mara's on God sent. She helps us out so much. Even every once in a while, I'll fall asleep. You know, but I take 20-minute naps, half-hour naps, and then she'll let me sleep, and she goes and she does like my laundry. And I'm like, Mara, you didn't have to do that. She goes, I know, but you worked too hard, you know. And she does my laundry. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't do nothing. I walked up to her and I hugged her. Like, thank you, Mara.
And I'm on a camping expedition. Big Rich calls up and says, well, hold on. And here was Mara. I know you're going to be doing a live stream. I don't want to hear anything about me not being around and missing my time. Because Rich, he's got the problem. He didn't remember he's got stuff to do Saturday, 90 tanks. So I switched hours. I'm not working Friday. I work Saturday. I don't want to hear anything from you.
She was like,
Reaper.
if I hear something on Friday about me not showing up, Reaper.
You're going to catch it.
So,
I couldn't get all the way back to the beginning for
here,
some
let me
reason.
go back here. Oh, I'm already to the end, yeah.
There's two of them in there. Yeah, I got that one, but there was two in the beginning. We got one from Leslie and one from Mark in the beginning, but I can't get back.
Okay, guys, we have this pop-out chat here that I put up, and now it cut Reaper off from going all the way back to get the first two super chats.
Miss
Can you
Leslie and Mark Lane both had comments.
Super chats. Can you
chats.
guys copy the comment and the amount on the post here so that we can read it off for them? Thank you, guys.
In the meantime, we got another $10 one from Mark Lane. Do better for my hashtag Fishy Family. One-time drinking word for me in Germany.
What is it?
Well, he didn't say that. That's what I'm saying.
To do better for my hashtag Fishy Family. One-time drinking word from me in Germany. Well, that's awesome. That's Mark Lane.
Yeah.
Thank you for your super chat. But I tell you what, if you just put into the regular chat what your drinking word is, we will use that for the drinking word tonight. Here you go, buddy. See, we can get things done together. Me and Reed work well together.
Mm-hmm. Always have.
Mark Lane said, hi, everyone from Germany. You guys inspired me to do better, to do the best for my fishy friends. But there's no amount there, Liz. We don't know how much of a super chat he put out to thank him for.
Right. I don't know if it was another 10 or a 5 on that one. Not sure. I think Leslie's was. I can't say for sure. But we got Miss Leslie too. So she was the first one.
Well, let me see. There you go. Garrett, bye-bye. All right, now. Garrett is removed from the channel. He may be able to see our videos, but he cannot comment no more. He cannot do anything. That was rude and obnoxious and uncalled for.
Yeah.
Tracy has made leaps and bounds of progress.
No idea.
She is off of all the machines that the doctor said she'd never come off of. We just got her off the ventilator, so she happens to be a little sick right now. That's okay. It makes my life harder. That's okay. I'll keep fighting. Give her more time to progress more, you know. Garrett, I'm sorry, guys. I know it's family friendly, but you're a douche. How about that? Can we have that as a drinking word?
Does that sound all right, Mark?
Hey, Kevin Jonesy's here. What's up, buddy? Yep, keep things positive or you will be removed. Thank you. Yes, Kevin, he's already removed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make you a mod. Oh, you're already a mod.
I was gonna say.
My dude. That's funny. Mark Lane says, my word is Tracy.
How come mine's not updating?
I don't know. Refresh it. You've got one here from, I'll do your job for you, Reef. It's okay. You've got a super chat here from David Bringston. $3.99 says, did the red pikes and the bass tank die or rehomed? No, they're still there. They like to hide under them rocks and that big cluster of pile of rocks that Josh put in there. And then there's room behind them. So we never get to see some fish. There is a black dragon cactus pleco in there called a serratus, I forget, but he's back there. We hardly ever see him. We don't see the pikes. There's also an albino chocolate pleco in there. We don't see it either. So what?
Jim Sheasley.
Jim's back.
Jim's back.
Yes.
$10. He says, hey, Big Rich, hey, Reaper. We knew it. We knew it. We had a feeling.
Oh, no feeling. I called the hospital.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Just spent 5 weeks, the last 5 weeks. Hold on, get rid of that. In the hospital. Feels good to be home with OFR.
Jim,
right, Jim.
You had us so worried because
No
you
kidding.
never, ever not messaged me, not commented somewheres. And then we started getting worried, and I knew your health problems. So I got real worried, and then people were asking about you. And I messaged you. You can look on your phone. You'll see all the messages I sent you. But then I'm like, screw it. And I started calling the hospitals. And we found out that you were there, and they couldn't release no information to me, but you were there. So you weren't gone. It made us all feel so much better, Jim. I was like, well, he's doing his thing. Let's give him time. He'll contact us. And you did. Oh, my God. Glad to have you back, Jim. Oh, my God. Glad to have you back. And, you don't got to give us no Zuber chat. You just let us know how you're doing, brother.
Right.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
We've been wondering.
Yeah, if you watch back on the live streams, you'll see a tearful moment one night where I was really worried. Okay.
Scroll down just here we go. Lasky and Sons Woodworking, Lasky. Anytime you guys are around Vermont, would love to meet you. And show you my stuff and still prayers out for Tracy.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lasky and Sons. Appreciate it. We're having a problem because Reaper can't see the names on his phone because he's got he's a little old, so he's got he's got the text up so high that now on the super chats it's only reading the top half of the name, so it's hard for him to see. So he's wanting me to do his job for him over here, so I can't watch the regular chats. I got to do the super chats over here so Reaper can read them, and it jumped on me, so he had to go back to his phone. That's what that was all about. Melissa F says, Jim, glad to hear you're okay at home. Awesome.
We got a $5 chat, Whizzle Aquatics. Whoa, Ric Flair, much love. Whoa, yeah, Ric Flair.
Wait, Ric Flair, wasn't that the dude that went, woo?
Right.
Shannon Gregory says, hello, FR fam in chat. There you go.
We got Liz and Kay Stu and a bunch of people saying, Jim, welcome back, man.
Yes, for sure. We missed you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What did you call him? What aquatics?
It looked like on this SWIZZLE, our Whizzle.
You called it Swizzle?
No, that's Whizzle. Rizzle.
Rizzle?
Our
No, look on the screen.
Oh, geez, a B, not an R. See, look. Does that look like an R?
Yeah, you can't see anything.
I know. It's ridiculous.
It's Puzzle Aquatics. That's my buddy. How funny is that? All right, let me go through. We're going to have some fun tonight, guys.
Raheem, welcome to Tiger Shovel Nose.
Thank you, Raheem. That helps out a lot because not only do you get to see certain content the normal, isn't there, but it helps us with a constant, steady thing coming in instead of just super chats. But thank you, appreciate that. That's great. Now, someone who was that said they wanted the word of the night? It was going to be Tracy, right?
It was going to be Mark Lane.
Did he say it? Was it Tracy?
That's what he said. He wanted it to be Tracy.
So Tracy is the drinking word of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we mention Tracy,
consume.
All right. Okay, now we're supposed to do a recap of everything we did this week. You just went last night over to this lady's pond, and it was a huge pond, and she wanted the 4 big amers out of the pond, and we couldn't use a net. The pond's like 200 foot across.
Yeah, about 15 or so
20 foot
feet.
deep, she said.
Mm-hmm.
And our nets wouldn't have worked.
Mm-mm.
And so now, how did you decide on catching them?
Fishing.
So
Fishing.
my boy Reaper went there, and he made a bunch of dough balls out of, Jello, different flavors of Jello, and, dough ball, and our, what else did you use?
It was actually plinko flour or pinko breading, cherry jello, and corn.
And corn. Mixed all that up and, made dough balls out of it and froze them and took them with them. And they actually caught one while the lady was standing out there.
Mm-hmm.
Big 30-incher he caught.
I got some video of it.
So you're not just lying?
No, I got video of that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So they get it all the way in. They fight it for what? 20 minutes?
9 minutes and 28 seconds I filmed for.
Okay.
Before we went, oh, it broke his line. He only had like 6-pound test line on it. But he went back and forth, back and forth. Let's put it this way. If we would have had a net, I would have gotten under it. We would have had it. And it was beautiful, man. All silver, everything. And it was about that big, man.
Well, that's not 30
big,
inches.
So,
He told me it was 30 inches.
well, how big is it?
Well, now that's close.
That's about what it was. And the koi were that big too. I seen 2. One the first day, it was like white and black with on it, and then the other one she said was orange, and it was. It was there this morning about 6, 7 o'clock. It was like a torpedo or a submarine right on the surface. Just went right by us while we're fishing, right under the poles that are out there, cruising by.
So yes, you guessed it. Reaper stayed the night. He did a video of them fishing for the fish and trying to rescue these fish. And also he did a video for his channel on the camping. He hasn't started his channel yet, so he'll probably throw it on his channel maybe. But he did a camping thing where they put up their tents. Oh, not a tent. Their hammocks between trees, and they got a big tarp over top of them, and it started pouring on them.
It did. It rained over 2 inches last night. She has one of those things that reads the water.
Yeah.
And in fact, her pond was over flooded. She keeps saying the Amora are eating it and expanding it. She has no rocks, no nothing. It's just a natural pond, and the water's naturally eroding it. And there's no overflow, neither. Nothing.
He calls me while it's pouring down rain. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm doing this, that, blah, 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 this, that." And he goes, "You know what I'm doing?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Sitting in the rain." I'm like, "Oh, it's raining there?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, that must be terrible. You soaking wet?" He goes, "No, we're starting a fire. We got the tarp up. We're dry as can be."
Yeah. Having some drinks and
you went and got orange juice and vodka. Yeah.
90 proof vodka, it turns
so
out to be.
You guys had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't be with you.
We went to bed like 12, 1 o'clock, and then got back up at 6. Kurt said it was our worst time ever getting me up. He yelled my name 3 times, stuck his foot out the hammock and pushed me. And all that does is rock me and I go back to bed. So he finally booted me, and I'm like, what? But we got up at 6 and started fishing again. And then all the lines, because we set them out at night, they were all empty and baited. So we rebaited them, set them up, and then went back, started a few things, and then went back to check the line. And that's when my one pole, I'm like, what happened? And I reached up, no drag. It took it off that morning. It took the leader, the ball thingy, the swivel ball, the weight, everything, the hook. It got away, snapped it line.
Really?
Yeah, that was this morning about 6:30.
Wow.
And then 7 o'clock on, there was nothing.
So all you came home with from this fishing trip is fishing stories?
And pictures. we caught a bunch of. I caught 2 white cats.
Albino cats.
Mm-hmm. Well, they weren't albino because their eyes were black.
So they were platinum.
But they were definitely white. She says, "Want to keep them." Between Kurt and Ernie, they must have caught at least 8 or 9 bass.
Nice.
And a dozen or so sunfish.
On dough balls?
No, we using some of them. Some of them were dough ball, and some were just straight corn.
Oh, okay.
Straight corn.
Okay, 603 Living says, I assume I missed the Tracy update. Yes, the Tracy update is always at the very beginning at 6:30. We talk for a couple seconds, and we go right into the Tracy update on all videos. You can always go back and, if you don't want to listen to the shenanigans, you can always go back and check out Tracy update at the beginning of any of the live streams.
Mm-hmm. Go back up. There was just, I can't see the name. I'm not mispronouncing them again.
Julius Aspero for $4.99 says, water change this weekend. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Well, thank you. We're going to have a busy weekend for sure. But
6:54.
What's 6:54?
At time, 6:54. So go up a couple. Oh, not that far. Your way. 6:54. One more. Keep going. No. Where you? Yeah, there you go. You were on it and down one. There it is, right there.
What?
See? Remember how I didn't mispronounce them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You grabbed my mouse and you don't know how to use a mouse.
Right there.
Love you, Reaper.
Well, I said it was Riz or whatever. Yeah. I thought it was an R, and I mispronounced it. They don't mind. They know what's happening.
All right, let me see here. You guys can't be sending me these texts and stuff. I'm watching Tracy. Gotta have my phone on. Dougie says, "Your Big Rich, your dedication to your wife's care is really touching, and your hard work at the rescue is inspirational." Well, thank you. Oh, there's some people out there that don't think so. I got a message today. Now, I don't want to bring up drama and go over it, but it's funny because do you remember the video we just did where I was acclimating the fish and then you were grabbing them and running them inside?
Those Ericanism shirts.
This guy says something about, get off your lazy butt and do some work, working poor Reaper to death, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand. I do all the hard work here. I never make Reaper lift anything heavy. And as a matter of fact, we went with Liz over to this guy Flash's house and picked up a 125 gallon. And, it's an old school 125, so it's a thicker glass. It's pretty heavy. So we had Reaper and Eric, Liz's husband, on the other side. And then I had my side. So I'm sitting there holding it, and now they got their side, but they can't fit through the doorway. So I'm having to go left to get a little skinny Reaper through, then right, and then, Eric got stuck, so I had to go back left to get Reaper back through, pull it back through, put Eric through first, then Reaper goes through. And now, mind you, they got half as much weight, and they're doing this, and we get it all the way outside, and, they need to take a break, or we need to set it down, this and that. I held my end all the way until we got it to the van, and then I pushed it in. So I don't force Reaper to do anything strenuous.
I made it a point to say, Liz, make sure you're filming him doing this work. I'm tired of hearing everybody says he sits on his butt. That's bull.
Well, the problem is, I do work, so I don't video.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my God, okay, well, while I'm doing this acclimation, Reap's taking the fish in, I'll go ahead and video him. And now they're like, get off your ass and do something. I'm like, oh my God.
You bring more fish into it than I'll ever do. So.
And then there's some other things too that people, they're just ridiculous about.
Mm.
You know what? I got to the point to where I just delete them. I see it and I'm like, delete, you're gone.
Like we're doing the one, and I told you guys, I'm not going to film you weeding. We're weeding.
I got to go. She coughed up.
All right, she coughed on people.
Just read
right.
Regular.
But, and you know, it's weeding, people. I wasn't going to do it. So Big Rich picks up my camera and says, well, I'm going to film you weeding anyways. Now, he did one section anyways, but you guys didn't see it because I didn't film any of the weeding. But everybody's like, well, why does Reaper get on his hands and knees and weed and dirty? I do. That's my thing. I like it. But he does too. In fact, all the plants that went around, over half or so, he sat there with the auger and dug the holes while me and Dawn went around, planted them, and fertilized them. He does more work than you people realize. You got to give him credit for where credit's due. And while he's doing that, we got another super chat in from Brittany Brown, $5. Big Rich, first off, love you and Reap. You are the best. You have the best stories. What is the craziest story with Reap you have? Well, obviously, we'll leave that up to him, and we'll have to wait for him to come back in. Right now, he's taking care of Tracy. So, but thank you for the super chat, Brittany. Thank you very much. Deadwood 1877. Hi from Sweden. Okay. And let's see what else. We'll be. Oh, come. Diesel. Wait, I should have stopped him. Diesel, come here. Hold on, people. I gotta get Diesel. Diesel, come here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on, buddy. No. You leave Daddy over there. Yeah, Jeff. Come here, buddy. All right, now you stay. You stay. Sit. Sit, buddy. Come on. There you go. Lay down. Stay. He's a good boy, but he's anxious, especially when Big Rich leaves. Stay there. Stay there, buddy. You stay there. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, and Julius is. Oh, I hate messing up here. I hate doing names. A sparrow. I don't know if I said that right, but for $5, Reaper, do you ever think of singing Your Boy Screams Country? Nah, I've never done no country or anything. I'm not a singer, but I can hold a note and everything like that. I did a lot of singing when I was young. I was in a Northeast Ohio group called the Singing Angels. We were the first youth choir to go behind the Iron Curtain, sing for the King and Queen of Romania. We did Miss American pageants. I don't know about you older people. You might know Wayne Newton. There used to be craft music specials way back in the day, Christmas ones. We did a couple of them. We've sang for presidents, Nixon. We were at his inaugural parade. I had fun. We did a lot of singing in a lot of places. Obviously, with my deep voice, I was a bass. I have two other brothers. One was alto, and so forth. We, with the Singing Angels, they used to have, like we were Trujillo family, the brothers. We would do songs, and they actually allowed people with little talent to do solos and things like that. So I'm in some of the programs way back. We're talking, 10, 12, all the way to 18. We were allowed to stay till we were 18 and or graduate, whatever came first. I actually left at 17 because I joined the service and left when I was 18. But
you were supposed to talk fishy stuff.
Well, they were wanting different stories, and I was, but and that was one of the questions. Reaper, do you ever think of singing Your Boy Screams Country? So I'm giving the answer.
Oh my God.
I was just doing my job. Deadwood 1877, SEK 100. So thank you. Not sure what SEK, but thank you very much.
What is that? A super chat?
Yeah, that's a super chat. Mm-hmm. He has a mojo of a guy flying like Superman.
I see it. Deadwood 1877. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And he wanted to know somebody before that. Let's see if I can find it again. It was a $5 super chat from Brittany Brown, Big Rich. First of all,
hang on one second.
Okay.
Suixland Scanner. See, it's douchebags like you that get me upset, and now you're off my channel. Goodbye. I did that in the nicest way possible. I talked about what I wasn't bringing up drama and going on a rant about it. I said nicely what happens, and we talked about it for a second, and we moved on. He had no business talking to me that way. Now he's off my channel.
But Brittany Brown for 5. Big Rich, first of all, love you and Reap. You had the best stories. What's your craziest story with Reaper you have? That's a super chat.
One of our stories.
Yes, she said the craziest story with me in it, so I don't know.
Let me see. It could be with the 4th District fight with the 4th District cop in your house, where you got mooned. Let me see. It could be at one of your parties out at the A-frame pavilions. It could be your bachelor party with the car and the helicopter. We had all kinds of things happen. Yeah, I went to his bachelor party and I showed up in my Camaro. Now my Camaro is some next level stuff. Way more horsepower than that car could ever put to the ground. It's my adult sit and spin. So I go over there and I pick him up. And right out front of his, it's bachelor parties at his friend Tim's house. I pick him up and the road dead ends. So all the way down the road, I got sideways through 4 gears, just sideways, smoke everywhere, just loud as can be. And then I turn around and I come back doing the same thing. And then I went past the house and then we come back and we lit that street up. And then I was like, okay, let me take the car home and then me and Tracy will come back and we'll drink with you. So right next to their street that I was doing this on is the highway. So I had to go over to Fleet, get on the on-ramp, and then I floored it down through there and sounded good. Great, everything. Reaper calls me. He goes, Rich, where you at? And I'm like, I'm pulling in my garage and shutting the garage. Why? He goes, you're home already? I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, there's 6 cop cars here and a helicopter overhead looking for you. I was already home. I lived about, 10 miles from you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was on the east side, you were on the west side.
Yeah. That was a good one. And then let me see what else here. Well, he told you guys about the gnawing on the log. What was that?
That was
pumpkin rolls.
Pumpkin rolls.
Yeah.
Me.
Let me see what else.
That was a good one.
You'll never forget that, will you?
No, I won't. That was the most weird. Waking up, going around my house, looking over.
Cleaning up after his party that he had.
Right.
Great party. We all had fun.
Mm-hmm.
He's cleaning up in the morning, and he's done cleaning up. He sits down at his computer,
and the monitor, not one, but 2 sets of dentures.
Teeth staring at him.
And they ain't mine. I'm like, I had to start making phone calls.
Are you missing your teeth?
One set was his. The other set was the woman who made the pumpkin pies that made him leave his teeth to begin with.
They have lots of stories like that. We've been together forever, so we've had a lot of fun. And anyone thinking that I overwork Reaper or something, if I ever took advantage of him, he wouldn't be around this long. Just serious. Okay, Christian, I can't read it. Barbara says, how can me and my wife get a tour through your facility? Amazing rescue is what he said. Just, either text me or email me at Big Rich at Ohio Fish Rescue. And what you got to do is give me a couple of dates in advance, like 2-3 weeks. And I'll check them on my calendar. If I can fit you in, I'll take one of your dates and I'll get back to you and let you know that's the day you can come. But you have to set up an appointment, because if you just show up here, 9 times out of 10, I'll be here alone with Tracy, and I can't give you the tour. Half the time we'll be gone because it's my day that I can leave. When I got a nurse here, I can go and do rescue. So that's what me and Reaper go and do. So we never know, So never just stop by. Always set an appointment.
Where to go? Stephen Mochen. For $5, Reaper needs to find Bruce and get to work. Oh, I was going to say Bruce, and then I remembered who Bruce is. I was thinking of a damn, I was thinking of Red Tail.
Oh, did you just swear?
Not me. That was you. You must have.
Oh, Reaper, you're something else. What am I going to do with you? Oh, my goodness. How did Reaper get his name? Well, we met 34 years ago, and this is before the internet and all that. There were BBSs, bulletin board systems.
Bulletin board systems, yeah.
And basically what it was there was some guy running a server with a bunch of call-in servers. So you'd call in, it was a modem, and you could log on to his computer and play this game. And we were playing Trade Wars, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And someone hired me, this guy named Hillbilly hired me to take on Reaper and his whole corporation. And that's what I did. And, I found devious ways of taking them out. And they were all, swearing to God I'm cheating, I'm all this different stuff. And Reaper's the only one that looked out to me or reached out to me and says, yo, dude, I don't know what you did to take us out like that. I didn't hear of you, don't know you. You're the new guy on the board, and you took on our whole entire corporation. I didn't kill Reaper. He's the only one I didn't kill. But I took out their corporation, and then when they logged back on, they could not get to their home because I had already taken it all over, and I put 100% space debris around the planet where you come on. So they log on. You got to wait 24 hours if you die. They log on, la 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 la, and then they go to fly to their corporation down in one of their sectors. And they get hit with 100% space debris and die, and you have to wait another 24 hours. These people were so irate. It was crazy. They actually unfriended him for talking to me.
Only the 4th District Cop, Radar, and Storm are the only two out of that whole group because they thought it was this dude Hillbilly because he kept getting on these different bulletin boards and trying to mess with us and never could. I mean, we'd always bust him, and everybody thought it was him. And I'm like, because... He did.
Drinking word is Tracy.
He literally not just killed. He turned everybody in my corporation
evil.
Negative 1,000,000 points. Like they couldn't even get into a ship because now they're evil.
There was a positive and evilness.
Right. There was positive.
And they were all positive.
We were all good guys. They can't even get in their ships. Now I was the Reaper. I was like the defender of our corps, so I didn't stay there. So that's why he didn't get me. 3 weeks it took me to find him. And then it was like 2 a.m. And I'm like, don't wake up. Don't wake up. Don't get on. And I got up.
And he killed me.
And then he's like, he got out. Like, who are you, Reef? We got to meet. And these guys said, you meet them, and we don't want nothing to do with you. I met them anyways. We've been best friends.
We've been best friends ever since.
I mean, it just fucking went that way, man. It was just awesome. It was... And he wasn't Hillbilly. I told him, he's too smart. He took you all out. Hillbilly can do this. Come on.
Hillbilly can't do that. He hired me.
That's why I hired him.
Hillbilly's smart enough to hire me.
Mm-hmm. In a $50. Unbelievable.
Quillian 5.0. Be careful what you say, buddy. You too can be dismissed. Okay, so for the rest of you guys, let me see. Any other stories you want to bring up? There was, I built him a Harley. He was in rough times at the time, but I had my Harley, and he wanted so badly to ride with me, and so badly. He bought this basket case. So over the summer, I put this thing together. I built this for him.
Got a bunch of pictures. We'll do one of them, like sit downs like Will did. What it is his pictures and my pictures are on computers. I found an old like Galaxy Samsung Note thing we can use. We'll download our pictures onto that, and we can show them, and people will get a really good view of it.
Okay.
But I got all the pictures
We've
of him
got Tracy's
building this Harley.
Samsung Tab 3 too. It's about yay big.
Okay. This is a Tab 4, I think. So.
Okay, cool.
But we'll do it that way, man. You guys can see what he did. All the parts that were bought, everything he did from beginning.
I painted his bike. I found parts. I hunted down parts. I finally got him a bike. I'm like, hey, Reed, come over here and help me put this back tire on today, and let's go riding. He's like, really? He comes over, and all we got to do is put this back tire on. And the Reaper feels so bad about this, but I got to say it. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, buddy. But I'm like, okay, so I'm holding the pin going in, and the swing arm's there, and the tire's loading up, and he's got the jack. I'm like, just lower it down about 1/4 inch. And I'm holding it, and then the jack wouldn't let go, and all of a sudden it would let go. And it came down and smashed the tip of my thumb off of my hand. I don't know if you can see it.
It split it.
Yeah, well,
you can see the bone.
Let me see here.
Split it.
I don't know if you can see that. One's longer than the other. So I jump up and I'm like, ow, 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 ow. He's like, you all right? I'm like, no. So, needless to say, we didn't go riding that day. But, we put some bandage on it. We got it good. It got stitched up. And, the day we went riding, he's got these pictures. We actually went down his driveway. And I'm driving. I got my big ape hangers going. He's on his bike, and
Finally, years.
we got to do a high five between us, And then we took off, and guess what? My bike breaks down on us. It's been sitting in the garage forever. It's always running for me. I go to take it for a ride with Reaper, and I look like the stooge. So we had to come get a truck and get my bike back home, and his was running, and it's stuff we do with buddies,
We never made the trip, though. We still got to go out riding. We never have.
Well, we can go to Aquashella together in Chicago. You're going with me. Instead of taking the van, someone suggested we take the bike today.
Yeah, right. Like you said, I ain't riding, bitch. Sorry.
I posted on there.
Sorry.
I'm like, I've got too much stuff to take to Aquashella, and I don't think Reaper would like to ride.
What I just said.
Right.
And I ain't doing it. No way.
So, let me see here. So Judy needs to be up front.
Oh, we got Julius Sparrow again. All right, Stu, and I want that burnout. Stu, what did Stu say earlier about something burnout? There's Stu there. Yeah, they're going fish swamp.
What are we going to do tonight now, after the show?
Oh, I'm planning on getting drunk because we got to get up early.
Can you clean fish tanks while you're drunk?
Really?
He's like, really? No, I'm kidding. You didn't know, though, did you? You didn't know.
We went fishing, we went camping, now I need a nap.
Right. Before tomorrow's endeavors.
Yeah.
No, I got to take care of Tracy, and you go ahead and sleep. I got to be up all night tonight, and tomorrow morning, probably when Mara gets here, I'll take like an hour nap, and then we can go. At that point, we got to go at 11 o'clock. Everybody's meeting here, and then we can what?
11? I thought we were taking off early.
No, everyone's meeting here at 11, and we're supposed to be there by noon. It's only like 15 minutes away from here.
Is Sunday still on? Dawn wants to know. She took the day off. This is that Sunday.
Yes.
Supposed to be.
Yes, it's still on.
Okay, so everything's still good for that.
Yes.
We got a steak cook-off.
Yeah, wait till you see that, guys. One of our loyal followers calls it Big Rich Day, and he's bringing, I think it's 20 steaks.
Porterhouses.
He's
from the butcher, not no
20 steaks from the
stores.
butcher.
Yeah.
Big thick ones, he says, and he wants me to cook him off, and he cooks his, I cook mine, and we're having a cook off. I don't care as long as there's steak to eat. I haven't eaten steak. When's the last time you ate steak?
Been a while, man.
Been a while for me too, because the price of meat is ridiculous.
We almost thought about taking some because Kay was amazed at the fact that she said, "You're gonna cook?" And I said, "As long as we got a little area, we can build a fire." She go, "Oh yeah, I want to see this."
Oh, this is at where you were camping?
Yeah, but the wood and everything was way too wet. We ended up getting in the car and had to go get something to eat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we couldn't get the wood to burn. I took that wood and everything with me, but it all burned and the stuff still wouldn't catch. But she's like, because I told her last time, I said, "Yeah, we cooked filet mignon." She started laughing. So we were going to do the same thing and buy her one and take it with us.
Yeah.
The steak and the price, like you said, it's like, no, we took burgers.
You take a porterhouse steak, regular, not only an inch thick, not even big, and it's $24.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Even the ribeyes were $18-20. I'm like, that's
ridiculous. It
and
straight turns you off.
Like you said, just 1 inch or
straight
so.
turns you off of buying steak. I haven't
know.
had steak in like probably a year and a half because of that. I won't waste money like that.
Mm.
You know.
And Mark Lane again for 5. Are you putting more plans with the Angels? Love to you and Reaper. # Team Tracy.
Nice. Kevin Josie, he trying to say something here. He says, "Rich, hit me up for that cook-off. When I will mentor you, my son." Well, let me tell you what, Kevin. I'm going to use that Tillamook salt on my cook-off. I've got a bag of it here that you sent me, son. I'm going to use that for the rub.
Oh,
So, what?
that's who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know his last name.
Kevin Josie's the guy that you
Right.
get all your jerky from.
Right. And he
We
sent
keep
us
giving
all.
Reaper some, too.
Oh,
Jerk
yeah,
Kevin.
so good.
Tillamook.
My
it's
cat
awesome.
loves this stuff.
You give it to your cat?
You're
not getting no more.
Oh, he also wants to say, tell a story about trying to hook him up on the show and forgetting he was married.
Oh, my God, I
That was
did that.
Kevin again.
Oh, my God, I did that.
She was in the living room watching Tracy.
We're doing a Friday night show, and I had Will Star here. I tried hooking him up, got him hooked up with Ange. I tried hooking up everybody out here. I'm like, if you're single, I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah.
And then Reaper's in here, and I'm drinking a little bit. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey, Reaper needs a woman. Well, here his wife is sitting in a living room. I completely forgot he's married because she don't come around like he does. He comes over all the time. She comes over every once in a while. I forgot he was married. I mean, I completely blacked out, forgot he was married. And I'm like, let's get Reaper a woman. Next thing you hear, she opens the door. She's like, really? I'm like, oh, Dawn. Oh, my God, you're married, Reaper. My bad. That completely flew my mind.
I believe I got this right, even though I can't see everything. AZ Fisherman. Give Diesel a pet for me. Drinking word Tracy.
Hi,
Come
Diesel.
on, buddy.
Stay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a little bit. There you go. Good boy.
He got away a little earlier. I had to go get him while you were gone. You took off for Tracy. He took off after you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Good boy, buddy.
Oh, Ange puts in $2, says, thanks for trying to hook me up with Will Star. Love you, Ange.
Rachel, it's been 20 years, August the 4th of this year.
But when I met you, you were already dating her.
I was already dating. I started dating her in 95.
So 34 years you guys been together.
About 26.
95, let me see, 2005, 2015, that's 20, 26, I guess.
Yep,
But it can't be 95 because I met you when I just got with Tracy, and we've been together 34 years. And then when I met you, and we got together, and then I met your woman, that was all way back then. That was during that. So it had to be more than 26 years ago. But it's around that time, yeah. A long time ago. He's been with Dawn as long as I can remember him. And I forgot. Mr. Jake says, hello, how are you? And Ridgeback Pond is looking amazing. Reaper, good to see you. G-Bus, I don't know what that means. But, thank you. Liz says, thanks for the sticker, Ange. Oh, is that what that is?
Oh, that's
a sticker.
her super, yeah. Her.
Okay, gotcha.
Helen Inglis, I'd love to sit around the campfire with you two, drink a few crazy stories. Perfect.
Well, there's a lot of stories. There's a bunch we can't say on
Oh,
here.
yeah. There's a lot we cannot talk about. Let's put it this way. 2 out of the 4 Price Boys I have on camera showing
Oh, you stop. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I do. I got 2 more to go. It's going to be hard. I don't think I can get all 4 of them. But I got 2 of them.
I moved him once because I was drunk. And I'm thinking, he's going to come out of the bathroom. He's going to walk around the corner. So I pulled my pants down, and I'm sitting there. I'm bent over, and I'm just waiting for Reap to walk around the corner. Well, this fool done heard us talking about it, and he comes around the corner with his camera. Click, 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 click.
Him and Ron, 4th District Cop.
Me and Ron, both bent overs, giving him the moon, and he gets us on camera. That's the only picture of my naked butt on camera anywhere.
I got it. Where's Josh tonight, fellas?
He's at the Excision concert festival down in Columbus. Oh yes, definitely. I was in trouble that day. I couldn't explain to her that I completely forgot that he was married. She just wasn't listening to me. But I swear to God, I did. I'm just like, oh, hey, Reap, we need to get Reap a girl. It's just, Duh. Yeah, I miss Josh too. He's a lot of fun, but you know he's having himself some good time, and you know a lot of times I have to take over to give him because that boy he leads his whole life. He goes to work every day, and then the 4 to 6 hours he's here at night before he goes to bed, he's working here with me. So you know I work here 24/7. He comes home and works about 4 to 6 hours. So, but he also works all day long. Someone else had made this smart comment that the rescue would go on without me. Absolutely not. This rescue would crumble and fall and stop and cease to exist if I quit what I do. Because Josh, it looks like he does a lot of work, and he does a lot of work, but it looks like he's running the show and he's doing all the work because he records what he's doing. And, you know, he works all day. He's not here in the whole, 10 hours a day. And then, I'm up all night, every night with Tracy and, all the work that I do. And he comes home and projects are done and this is done or that's done. And, he's like, good. And then, he goes and does his video. And basically his videos are all him and his projects. So you don't get to see me in his videos. And then my videos are, different things and showing things and the projects we're doing, but you don't never see me working. So you don't see me working in his video, you don't see me working in my video. And I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying some people have to have some understanding that this whole project, this whole rescue is my baby. Josh really isn't interested in it too much no more.
No.
He wants to
He
do
loves
other
the
things.
fish.
He loves the fish.
That's his thing. He loves his fish.
He don't want nothing to do with tours. He wants nothing to do with all this other stuff. Part of it, dealing with the public, talking to the public, permits. He don't want no part of that. I have to do everything so that Josh can enjoy his hobby basically. And he works hard. Don't get me wrong. I am saying that, but trust me, if it wasn't for me, this rescue will stop and cease to exist. So all you people out there that think differently, you are sadly mistaken. Because Josh would be like, thank God it's over with. Okay, my days are open. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. He passes on a lot of things because he has to help me. So, it's hard to say. I don't want to say he don't like it, but I'm telling you that it's rubbed him the wrong way in the last couple of years. And he's got other things to do. He's a young kid. He wants to go out and have fun.
Absolutely.
Of course. And
We
did, right. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from. So that's why I try and do everything I can to where when he gets home, there's really not much to do. And he feeds the fish at night and goes to bed. Now, I let him do the videos when we head up these big... please don't call me. These big, like tank moves and addition things and, all this stuff where we have a bunch of people here because I'm busy telling people what to do because there's 20 people here. Somebody's got to be in charge. If no one's in charge, you got a bunch of people running around like the chicken with the head cut off. So, I mean, no one knows what to do. I tell them what to do. And then people get mad at me for telling people what to do. Well, you know what? You guys got to grow up. Them people, not all you guys. The people that get mad about that. I have to tell people what to do because otherwise they'd be standing around here doing nothing and nothing would be getting done. So, hey, you guys over there, the 12 of you, you guys work on that and get that thing over to here. Josh, you take these people and you work on that. I'll get these guys here and we'll work on this. And we work together as a team and we get it all done. Somebody has to be a boss and, I'm just good at it is all. So, I don't know why people have something bad to say about it, but that's okay with me. But like as you've seen tonight, you say rude comments, bad comments, you put down anybody in the rescue, you're just being removed from the channel. I'm tired of dealing with you guys. It's you guys make it bad. Because I'll tell you what, this whole fish world I've met, there are thousands of great people. I mean, I used to hate people. When I lived in Cleveland, I hated people. Stay away from my house. You know what I'm saying? What do you want? Why are you here? But this fish community has reestablished my faith in community. There's some good people out there, and I love hanging out with people now. I never did before. I do now. People come to my house, and we have a great time talking and having a good time. Show them the rescue, and we talk, and we have a great time. Like my long lost brother. I get along with everybody. It's a good thing, and there's a few out there that with this all this negativity you're bringing to my channel, I'm not dealing with it no more. I'm just eliminating you. I will just eliminate you. You're gone. You're not going to bring that stuff around our house. We have a happy home. We have a happy family, fish family here, and we're going to keep it that way. Period. Okay, let me see what's next here. Felix Gonzalez says, we always keep Tracy in our prayers. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that warms my heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Raheem wants to know any rescues coming up this week. Well, tomorrow we
yes.
got the 90 tanks.
Well, it's not actually a rescue unless some tanks are in peril need. We're rescuing 90 tanks. No, I don't want to misuse that word. We are going, someone's donating. This poor lady, her husband died, and he was big time into fish and breeding and all that. He's got a barn full of tanks. And, you know, she couldn't tell me the size. She goes, little ones to big ones. I'm like, okay. And don't tell me, do I need to bring the huge trailer or the little trailer? She just said that she can't carry them, and she wants them all out of the barn, and they're ours if we come pick them up. So we're going to do this. And, you know, I told her, I'm like, I'm so sorry for your loss. And, you know, she lost her husband, and now she wants the barn. She can't walk in her barn. There's nothing but tanks and fish tank supplies in there. So we're going to go clean it out for her and, you know, help her out. Plus, it'll be not helping us out, but we'll now have tanks to help other people out with, you know. Somebody's got a cracked tank, we can replace it, take the cracked tank and give it to somebody in the reptile world. We can upgrade people. We can,
I need something from the guppies.
Oh my God. We got you a tank that you haven't even set up yet. As a matter of fact, we're planning on, I was going to keep this secret, but since Reaper's not getting his tank set up, it's been there for like 2 weeks now, we're planning on going over to Reaper's house, cleaning his tank, setting it up for him, filling it with water and putting fish in it for him, and then feeding the fish for him.
I uncovered it. I've been having a soak, so I got one side totally done. The back's kind of done, and that's the worst side. The rest shouldn't be too bad.
Ah, okay.
So,
with the vinegar water type thing?
That works so great.
It
I
does.
leave it for 2 days. I mean, I put a tarp over it. That way it just sits there and soaks. And man, when I get it and lift it and take the towel and just go like that, it just comes clean. I don't need it to do
2 days is a bit excessive. You can do it 6 hours and it'll do the same thing.
Really? 6 hours?
Yeah.
I was told 24. So.
No.
But yeah, it's going to be really clean.
All right, let me see here.
And Stephen Chowser wants to know, how are the plans going for the addition for the fish room, Rich?
Well, that's a future thing. I'm sorry, hang on a second. I got to check on Tracy. My phone just shut off. Somehow, somebody was connected. Sorry, whoever that was. Oh, they're still connected. Sorry. All right. When they call in, I don't know how it got answered, but they take Tracy off the thing. And I'm sorry, but Tracy's the most important. Stop calling me. I have to watch Tracy. Okay, she hasn't puked again. She's good. Her temperature's still at 100. We're okay. It hasn't gotten worse, so I'm going to go out there. Whoever that is, if you keep calling, I'm going to have to just, I don't know, how do you do that? Block it or something?
Block it.
Reaper needs training with Bruce. BZB260 says, hello, LFR, Fort Wayne, Indiana in the house. Hope you all have a great evening and keep doing the thing. Keep doing your thing. OFR, I love you guys. Well, awesome. Love you too. Yeah, let's get back to our plans now. This week we're going over, oh my goodness. We're going tomorrow to that barn to do the 90 tanks. And then Monday, what were we doing? It's our rescue day. We got the double nurse for Monday.
I don't think you have anything planned.
I do. I have. It's all written down there. I can't remember right now. I told you.
I just know we're staying here. We gotta get up. Oh no, that's next weekend. I gotta come for the live show because we gotta take off at 1 in the morning next weekend.
Oh, for Chicago?
No, Kentucky.
Oh, we're going
Mammoth
to Kentucky
Cave.
tomorrow. Yes, the Mammoth Cave Aquarium Expo. Guys, look it up online. We will be there. We're being featured there. So you want to meet Big Rich, Reaper. Joshy's going to Aquashella with me. This time Reaper's coming to the Mammoth Cave, which used to be, it was called Aquaticon, and the name had to get changed because somebody else had it and they pitched a fit. So we're going to this Aquaticon Mammoth Cave Expo down in Kentucky next weekend. We'll be there for the weekend. We'll be signing autographs and giving out free stickers, and come meet your favorite YouTubers. It's in Kentucky. Look it up online. Just look up Mammoth Cave Expo. Tammy says, Rich, you need a Tracy phone and a regular phone, to ignore. I get that, I do, but I do have a Tracy phone. It's Tracy's old phone, but it's so slow and aggravating to me. I just use my phone, and I wish there was a way I can turn off phone calls for a little bit and leave it go at that. Delta Charlie says it's Josh calling, right? I tried getting Josh to call in so he could be on a little window over here. And he was like, I don't think so, Dad. I'm like, why? It's Friday night. You can't be already trashed. He goes, you have little faith in me, Dad. Let me see here. Ow! What the?
Well, he wants me tricked, so.
You idiot.
I see Josh doing it. So. I'm learning, people.
You bit my nipple hard.
Bruce bit your nipple hard.
Put that thing down.
No,
put that down. Put it down. Leave you a bite. Oh my God. Yeah, let me see if airplane mode works, and I still get to do the Tracy watching through the
oh yeah,
the Wi-Fi. Where's there? There's airplane mode. Okay, now Tracy Wi-Fi. Oh no, it's not hooking up to Tracy. No, Wi-Fi or airplane mode takes off all Wi-Fi, so I can't connect to Tracy.
That's not good.
No, so let me go back and turn that off. Okay, now let me hook back up to Tracy. Cancel. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, there's Tracy. Okay, she hasn't coughed up blood or puked or anything else. And her temperature's down to 99.6.
Awesome.
So we broke the fever and it's coming down.
Good.
Awesome, awesome. Her heart rate is down to 101, which was a lot better than 107 earlier. Whoever you are, please stop. It's that same 937 numbers. Please stop calling. Oh, wait, go outside. That's probably that guy with the red tails. He's here. Tell him we're sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Too much going on at once, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Liz says, don't do airplane mode. It'll disconnect you from Tracy. We found that out. Nate says, did you guys see the guy who would get his hand bit by a shark in Steve-O's Shark Week? No, I did not. Let me see. Reaper. He got my nipple hurting. Yes, Bruce was out. All right. Any other questions, guys? I'm going back in the questions right now. So, Michelle L says, how's the Flagstone patio coming? Or is it next week it will start? Next week it's starting. We've got everything cleared out. We've got the driveway cleared out. They can bring, everything back here. They're going to have to use buggies to get the cement from the front to the back because the cement truck can't fit between my fish room and the trees because it's only 10 foot in there. The truck's like 12 foot wide and, 18 or 24 foot long, something like that. And then, way too tall. So the truck can't get back there. They're going to have to buggy the cement back there. But, they're getting ready to start on it this upcoming week. When I said this next week, I meant 7 days or so from now. That was yesterday or the day before in the video. So it'll be It'll be this it'll be in the next week. Let me see what question's good to read here. I'm hoping you guys having as much fun as I am. Oh, did I mention Tracy? Tracy? Consult, guys. Oh yeah, are you ready for this humid heat wave to be over? Yes. You can't go outside and do anything without starting dripping sweat. Is he here?
No, there was nobody there.
Well, here, I'm going to take it off Tracy for a second. She's sleeping peacefully. Call this guy back.
You want to just give me the number and I'll go?
Yeah, let me say it right here online. Just call it.
Okay.
Let me see. So the addition is like a future hope. Yes, we've got more important things going on. The patio, stone patio next to the pond, and then enclosing the back deck are our immediate things we're working on. And then the bridge going over, and something else inside the place. I forget what it is. There's something we're working on inside too. But once them get done, then we can move on to the addition to the fish room, which is going to be next to, we've got 40 foot of, let me get my hands out there, 40 foot of decking, and then beside of the decking, 36 foot more by 16 foot is going to be the addition added onto the fish room. So, and it's going to be a lower level. So the fish room is here. We're going to have like 4 steps going down to this new level going out this way. So we'll have a higher ceiling and can have big tanks on stands out there. So, that's in the future. We're going to do it, but also the barn, we have to build this barn. I've got the riding mower, we've got the snow blower, the forklift, the pallet jack. All these things need to be inside, not out in the rain like they are right now. So we got to get that barn built too. So it's just a matter of, I've got a full list of all the things I want done to the house. What's a matter of important first is what we're going to kick on first. So, did you handle it?
Yeah. You'll be here around 9:45 or so.
Okay, that don't bother the show at all.
That's what I told him.
Did you tell him he's like calling and habitually?
No, I didn't do that.
Nice. You're a nice guy, Reaper. All right, so let's see these messages here. So Steve Chauser says, on the right side of the deck will be the addition. Got it. Are you doing the work yourself or having someone do it? Well, we got to have because it's an addition to the house, we have to have a slosh footer in, and that has to be put in by a company, and then the cement put in by a company. Then we can go ahead and build the framing walls, do the sheathing, and do the tie-back, do the vinyl siding to match. We can cut out the doorway and make a door right where the angel tank is in the fish room. It's got an angel tank is the 90, and then below it's a 70. We can take that whole thing down and put a big door right there, or an archway, don't matter. And then we're going to take the heater that's there now, we're going to cut a hole through the wall and bring a vent over so it sucks air from the new addition way over on the other side of it and blows it out here into the fish room. And so it'll circulate through the door all the way around. And let me see, what else are we doing? Oh, we're going to use it as a storage room for the riding lawnmower, forklift, and all that until we get the barn built, because we don't need it as a fish room right away, but we need it built. So while it's being built, while we're doing the drywall and the insulation on the inside, we can use it for storage for all of the outdoor equipment that's sitting out in the ring now. So we're going to have 2 French doors, 2 3-foot doors. So it'll be 6 foot wide. I can drive the lawnmower in, the forklift in. This time I'm not getting a door that has a threshold on the bottom. We're going to find some way to have a door to where it has, like, I don't know, rubber flaps or however they work it, to where when the door's closed, it's sealed. But when I open it, we don't have a aluminum threshold to drive over with the forklift or carry tanks over and that kind of stuff. So we're going to have to, get that out of it. The city will not allow me to have a garage door, which would be nice. I could just hit the remote opener, 16-foot door opens up and then closes. I can have it insulated. They won't let me do that because they're scared we'll turn it into a shop at our house. So I'm only allowed a 6-foot wide door. So I don't know.
Did you get this one here?
No.
Okay. We got $5 from Brittany Brown again. Big Rich, how old were you when you got into fish, and what was the first fish you ever owned?
7 years old, 10-gallon tank, baby Cayman.
What?
Yeah. It was the coolest thing in the world. I was given the 10-gallon tank, and the baby Cayman we got from the pet store next door, and I had that, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And that was just it. I had to have a bigger tank, and I had a bigger tank, and then a bigger tank. And then, later on, after my heydays and my young life was over with, I got married and had kids. And then we always had like remember the 300-gallon in the dining room? I had a black acrylic stand, a black acrylic canopy, and a 300-gallon glass tank. Beautiful. And that was in my house forever. And then I had a 110 in the front living room. And then I had a 90 up in my bedroom. And that was our tanks for most of my life bringing up kids. But, I built that hot rod with Richie to do all the autoramas. And, now that he's gone and moved on, I needed something to do with Joshy. I tried to do another car, but we turned him against cars. I didn't realize that while me and Richie were spending all of our time in the garage, he was like, are we done yet, guys? Can we go in? He just did not. He hates cars now. He don't want to work on cars. So, I got into he likes fish tanks. I started doing big fish tanks, and me and him went to auctions and bought bigger tanks. And, he was all thrilled about it. Bigger tanks, and yay, and all this. And then next thing you know, we got this house here, and we bought the big addition, or I put the big addition onto it. And we got our big tanks in there, and then we started getting more big tanks, and we turned it into the Ohio Fish Rescue, and it's something me and Josh has built together, and he'll never forget. Once I'm gone, he'll remember doing this with Dad. Richie will remember building that car with Dad. They each have something, to hold on to. See you, Kevin.
Oh, it took off?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. 6 foot wide garage door. They would do that, but I don't see a need for it. It's a little door, and I don't know. You got 6 foot wide when you need it with the French doors,
Right.
and you can use the one door all the time to go in and out. If I have a garage door on there, I'm forever looking for the remote opener to open it up. And so, and then, I don't know.
And the doors are more insulated than the garage.
They're definitely more insulated. Maddie Oldfield says, "Hey guys from the UK, hope you all are well and staying safe." Of course, aren't you? I hope you are too, buddy. Or I said, buddy. Hope you are too. Thank you. Let me see here. There's some more fishy questions out there, guys. You haven't asked no fish questions. No fish questions. I cannot pass my knowledge on to you.
Air Jordan _ 23 _ 45. What's a good fish for a 125-gallon tank?
On a 125, you want fish that won't get over a foot or so, because it's 18 inches from front to back. So I would like, let me see, what's one of my favorite fish that for a smaller tank like that is a Lima shovel nose. Now these things, they sit there with their nose down. They're silver and black, black all the way up them, and they got long tentacles and feelers. Beautiful fish, and they're just really neat. I'd like them. An upside down catfish. Them are really neat. People always freak out about them. Maybe a Synodontis cat. Everyone else goes Oscars. There's Oscars everywhere. I don't see the need in that. I like oddball fish. So Some Moramid longistrus. Them are nice. The dolphin fish, we got 2 of them out there. They can get up to, well now, yeah, after about 20 years, they'll get about 30 inches. So you may have to get rid of them. Let me see, what else is small that would be cool in there? I keep thinking all these cool things for saltwater. Let me see. Oh, here, let me read this. In USA, there's a lot of permit of fishes, even other types of permit. There's so many permits. It's hard to understand the permits when you try reading them to tell the company that's the permit you need. It's hard. It's like you need a lawyer to read this stuff because it's so confusing. So what I do is I call them and tell them, look, we're getting in these invasive fish. We're getting in these CITES 1 or CITES 2 fish. And, I'm allowed to keep them for 3 days to find them a home. But I'd like to keep them on display here to educate people about them and show them, and then have the Asian arowanas here. There's zoos around that have the Asian arowanas in the United States, but they're highly illegal. You can't have them. There's certain permits. Well, the difference is some permits are $25,000 a year. Other permits are $350,000. So I've got a blanket permit from the local DNR, Department of Wildlife and stuff, where all I got to do is call them. They'll give me up to a year of housing this animal. I call them, let them know what I have. I'm not hiding it from nobody. They give me up to a year to find it a home or rehabilitate it, whatever, and then I have to get rid of it. So that's the permits we're working under now. I've got a 3-day permit from the Department of Agriculture for any of the meaner stuff. Alligators, snapping turtles, that kind of stuff. Or not snapping turtles, they're legal. Alligator snapping turtles. Now, they'll give me longer time if they don't have a place for it to go. And that's what we're working on with the alligator snapping turtle we got now. I've got a permit in application now, and the Department of Agriculture gave me leeway time with it. So they know we have it. Nothing's illegal here. We do everything above the board. And we show it on videos. So, we're not hiding nothing. We're trying to get every permit we can within reason. I can't get a zoo permit because it's $25,000 a year. I'm not paying that, can't pay that, don't want to pay that, Oh, you just got it paid off? Guess what? It's next year.
Time to do it again.
Right.
And 21 Gaming wants to know, is a 320-liter tank a good size to keep 10 Oscar fish in?
If I'm not
320-liter, not gallon.
Liter, that's probably about 220 gallons. 10 Oscars is probably pushing it a little bit until they grow big. 10 Oscars full grown are 15 to 17 inches, which are this big. Let me get my hands in let me see, let me turn them right there. This hand here got turned, and then this hand. Okay, about double the width of my face is a 15-inch Oscar, and you're wanting 10 of them, so they will get big. Right now, for 3 to 4 years, you can keep them in there, no problem. Once they get big like that, they're going to want their own territory. They're going to pair off, and they're going to start killing other things because they're going to make their little nests in the rocks. They're going to clear off a spot where there's no gravel, and that's where they want to lay their eggs. Then they want to kill anything that comes close to it. So, yes for now, no for later.
And Steve Chowser again. Would you quarantine plants before putting them into your tank as well, Rich?
Well, yes, especially if you have worries of snails and stuff like that and other plants, because you'll get duckweed with everything that comes in on plants, big time. But you get snail problems too. And next thing you know, you got snails taking over your whole fish room that came in on a plant you bought. So yes, quarantining them would be best. Salt dip would be better because then you can take them right out of the salt dip and put them into your water because it does kill snails. It does, kill small little plants like that. The big plant can last. You do 5-minute salt dip and then go ahead and rinse it off and put it into your tanks. You're good.
And Dougie out there wants to know, what temperature are you keeping the discus at? Obviously, they like it toasty.
Yeah, right now the room's at 83, so the water's about 82. Anything lower to the ground is less, but the discus are about 82 degrees. No.
And let's see, powerful 650. What happened to the pleco that was in with Lavaca that had its outfitted?
Well, he's missing a big chunk of his
yeah,
dorsal fin.
Chomped.
He got chomped. She's no one to mess with.
She
Our
came
buddy-
from a community
Our
garden.
buddy Eric, he fooled us. He said she's in a community tank now. She does great with other fish. You know, take her on home. She'll be awesome.
And she is.
No,
My
she has
girl.
not been able to be kept with any fish ever that we put her in with.
No.
She's tried to kill everything that we put her in with. Eric, thank you very much for that.
I love her.
No, Eric had her in a 280 or something like that with a bunch of other fish when we picked her up.
He did.
And
I don't know why she don't get along with
I don't know,
nobody
dude.
we
I don't
do.
know. All right, I don't know what this means, but Charles Reeve says, well, I think you should be able to consider in your rescue. Sorry, buddy, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, really. Melissa F., my two iridescent sharks are about 18 years old. How do you have any old ones besides Schwarzenegger? Do you have any old ones besides Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, I've got 12-year-old ones, 8-year-old ones, 3-year-old ones, but the problem is when we keep them in bigger tanks, the 3-year-old ones are the size of our 8-year-old ones. And I just got 5 iridescent sharks from this guy in Kentucky. He drove them all the way up here. Nice guy. Lucasville, Kentucky. And, the biggest one was probably 18 inches. And the smaller ones were, and he says he's had them for, 12 years?
Yeah.
And, they're small.
Mm-hmm.
I showed him my iridescents. He's like, oh, my God. Turtle question. I have contacted DNR and I didn't find to have them. Any advice on keeping eastern box turtles? I know you have been studying turtles. Yes, the eastern box turtle is a really neat turtle. Beautiful orange eyes. He has the carapace that has a hinge on it. So when he goes in, the carapace closes up and it protects him and it closes against his top shell. And then when he opens up, the carapace hinges down and he comes out. Very nice turtle. We've got one that's 30 years old outside. Great turtle. They like it a little bit moister. They like to be able to burrow and dig. What do you call that? Coconut husks is a great, thing for them. If you can have them in an outside pen or an indoor pen with dirt, just have your, pen set up to where they can't get out, put dirt in there, and they'll dig down and go under, and they can't dig out. That's good too. They need a basking light of UVB, and probably about 90 degrees, 95 degrees in the basking light, so they can go in and out of temperature. And everybody else keeps a little water tray for them so they can get water if they need it. I have a running river on mine, and he goes down in that water all the time. He can go in or out anytime he wants. People are like, oh, that's wrong, you shouldn't have that. It doesn't matter. He loves it, and he goes in it all the time. And he's always clean. And the water runs through the cage and falls back out, back to the tank. I just feed him every day, floating turtle sticks. And I do the Hikari sticks, and then I add some calcium on there, or Reptamin. It's a reptile vitamin. Ours is no problem. He's very easy to keep, very friendly to play with. Great turtle. 30 years, and he's only, that big. Great turtle. Mm-hmm. Awesome turtle.
Amethyst rock. What is the biggest fish at the rescue? That has to be Brutus, no?
That has to be Brutus. Yeah. 5.5 foot. Yeah.
It's got to be Brutus.
The next biggest, I would say, would be that big Niger cat or ripsaw catfish.
Yeah, there's a couple big
He's
ones.
4.25 foot long, but he's bigger around than a basketball.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big boy. But the tank boss is almost 40 or 46 inches. He's not 4 foot yet, but that's that red tail tiger shovel nose hybrid.
Right. And
he checks everybody
right
that goes
there.
Right.
He does. And Mark Lane just chimed in with a $5 super chat, thinking of doing a native 5,000 liter rectangular raised pond here in Germany with U.S.
Nice.
Fish suggestions. Hashtag Team Train.
Okay. Well, for you're talking a big tank now. I don't know how much 5,000 liters is. I'm sorry, I'm hooking up to Tracy again. It disconnected. 5,000 liters got to be around 3,000 gallons, though. Is what I'm figuring. Now, 3,000 gallon, you can have peacock bass get really big, like 30, 36 inches. You can have, geesh, let me see what else do we have in with our rays. We have a Paraíba in with our rays. Now, he'll end up getting way too big eventually, but they're slow growers. So, 20 years from now, he'll be too big for your 3,000 gallon. But to have a Paraíba, one of the 7 known man-eating catfish on the planet, is something I like being able to say I got.
20 years, that's a long time.
A goonch will go in there great. That's another one of the 7 known man-eating catfish. What else we got? Jowl catfish. Big silver dollars go in there good. The Milas Schemberke, the wide bar silver dollars, they grow to be about dinner plate size and are very impressive. I love the Phoenix barbs. They grow to be 2 foot and they're all silver with pink fins. Awesome fish. Flagtails, love them. They go in there great with them. So yeah, you got lots of things. That arowanas, get yourself a black arowana, put in there with your rays. There's all kinds of options there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, firewood catfish. Now that gets about 4 foot. Takes a long time, but they're very skinny and long, and they are very impressive fish. Just don't get a pacu or something in with them.
And then the Wolverine Hooser. Maybe it was his channel, I'm not sure, but they were talking about how an arapaima has been known to get as large as 17 foot long.
That was this channel. Back in the day, because now they're hunted too much for food. So you don't see them at 17 foot no more. But they were known to get as big as 17 foot and in the wild. And, now they don't get that big because of overhunting and food situations. You're lucky if you find them at 10, 12 foot. But you see them at 10, 12 foot all the time in the public aquariums. Shed Aquarium has 2 at 10 foot right now. And I swear to God, they're like maybe 2 foot wide and maybe 3 foot tall. Amazing. Huge fish.
Angels Aquatics, what's your plans for the chicklets in the pond? I say we could. I heard you talking about it the one day. Those nets that we got and how we do the ponds. I said
I don't want to take them out.
Okay.
I don't want to. We could, but I don't want to.
I was going to say, we could.
There's a whole ecosystem in there, and it's really neat to see all the color.
I like my
and the fish don't run from the big guys, So I want to leave them in there. But, I was scolded on YouTube. I was like, the 1,800 gallon cichlid tank, and they were like, Rich, I'm sorry to have to do this, but you're wrong. That is not cichlids. That is a chicklet tank. I'm like, oh my God, I started laughing. I had to reply with laughing out loud. I was like, oh my God, someone's yelling at me. What? And then it came to that. So now you have changed the word cichlid to chicklets for everybody.
A lot of people say they don't call them chicklets, and I'm sorry. It looked like it to me. I always said it. Well, we got Eric out there for 5. He says, you guys need to try.
Don't listen to nothing he says. Don't listen to nothing he says.
With the vodka yet. Because they might be faster.
This is true. We could. Yeah. But we tried her with the frontosa, and she tore them up. Mm-hmm. We tried her with another Mahou puffer.
Pittsburgh.
Pisser? Pittsburgh.
I'm getting...
she tore him up, almost killed him.
Yeah, she did. Then the plecos, 3 or 2
the plecos, she tore them up.
Tore them up. Anything that goes in with her is tore up.
Right. Sue Ann Campbell says, Tracy.
All right.
Melissa F says, humans have destroyed so many things. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
We can't deny it. What does that say?
Oh,
I can't read it. We're too old. We need better glasses.
Pitty B, it sounds like. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, but it looks like Pitty B for $5.
Says, just call me Pistol.
Front pond's looking amazing and excited to see the back pond. Keep it up, and our prayers are still going strong for Tracy.
For who?
Tracy.
Consume?
Oh. I'm like, what?
Thank you, Pistol. Appreciate that. And you know, I appreciate the super chats. That helps us out a lot. And you know, thank you for your prayers to Tracy. I love that. And, you know, that's why I was talking earlier. Our fishy family is so. I mean, there's so many good people with good intentions and good. You know.
But then you get them couple idiots like the ones we got to get rid of, and his comment, and we won't say what it was, but it's like
we will get rid of you.
Yeah.
We don't need that negativity in our neighborhood.
They have no idea what she's been through and how much she has improved. And even that.
Oh my God! I gotta go. She coughed up again. Read some things. Read.
Angels Aquatic, I'm surprised the big guy in the ponds don't eat the chicklets. Some of them get eaten. They do get caught. I mean, that happens. You know how it is, nature. But for the most part, you see them. They're growing. Their colony is growing strong. They do get by. I mean, and you got chicklets, and then you got those red jewels, and they're doing well. They stay up in the closer end, and the cichlids, they're like towards the deeper end. But yeah, they're both all out there. That's not a problem. Colin Doyle, $25. Hey Colin, how's it going? For the past 40 minutes, I've been in the shower shaving and listening to y'all. You're a great man, Big Rich, and also your wingman, Reaper, Tracy. Thank you, Colin. Enjoy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yep, no nurses, no nothing, and everything going on. Big Rich gotta run out and take care of her. And what else we got? Yeah, serious fish keeper. If Josh doesn't set up the 580 gallon soon, I'm coming to personally help Big Rich do it. It was a pain in the butt just to get it over there, and as you know, now it's going to be set up, but one thing at a time. There's so much to do, so much coming up. We got 3 major conventions coming up. I'll do this one coming up, and Josh is going to do the Chicago one. Then we got a Dallas one. In the meantime, of course, rescues in between and everything else. Oh, you're right. Diesel's gone. Thanks, Melissa or Sean. Diesel, where are you? Come here. Buddy, come here. Oh, come on, buddy. Good boy. All right, we found Diesel again. Yeah, he's a good boy. Dawn misses him a lot. But hey, what are you going to do? So, condom, okay. And, let's see. Nope, we got him. He's right here. He's gonna leave. Alright. Yeah, of course, everybody hit the like button and so forth, so on. Like I said, I got some videos coming up of the tank being, cleaned up and redone and everything. I got the one side done. I didn't know it could be done in 6 hours. I always thought it was 24 let it soak, but I tell you what, when you take that tarp off and start wiping it down, it wipes right off, that's for sure. Hey baby, here's your buddy. Hi Dawn, come on. You miss someone, don't you, baby? I get to play with them all the time though. Yeah, she gets jealous of that. She likes this little dog. Josh ever gets rid of him, he's coming to our house. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
How's it going?
Well, she coughed up all over herself, and it's scary, but I got it cleaned up.
The tank's being set up basically as we talk. Like I said, we're just cleaning it. I'm answering
What
the
tank?
question. The 125. It's coming out good. It should be done by the end of next week. Easy, no problem. I could have it done sooner. It's just that coming over here and doing things, and like tomorrow we got the rescue, so forth, so on. It's just, you know, I do that kind of stuff in between.
All right.
And Zach Poland wants to know when you're going to raise the new FEMA to get the big one like Brutus and go into the monster pond.
Well, the last time we took Bruiser, the last Pima was 3.5 foot,
Right.
and we took him and put him in the pond, and everything looked great overnight. You know, things looked good. Woke up in the morning, and the new Pima was laying straight up and down with his mouth out, trying to gasp for air. Okay, she's just coughing. Hang on, guys. Okay. So, you know, we tried everything we could, but it ended up dying. Brutus did not take... That's her heart rate monitor went up higher because she was coughing. That'll go back off. We're okay. So Brutus didn't take kindly to him, didn't like him, and didn't want him there. So he died. And you know, that was tragic. So I'm not going to make the same mistake. This one's going to stay where he's at until he gets big enough to where he can be, you know, 4 foot, 4.5 foot. Then we put him in with Brutus. Or we raised both Pimas that we got to get them around the same size and put them both in there to where he won't pick on just one, you know.
And then you got Casual Aquatics. Just set up my 300-gallon pond the other day.
Nice.
Wasn't expecting the rainstorm this week. Is rain water
Neither did
safe
we.
for the fish on the small of a scale?
It is. We have our rainwater here. We don't have acid rain. We don't have a lot of smog here, so we're okay. We put a EDPM pond liner on our roof, and the new gutter goes to our back pond, so it's constantly being filled back up every time it rains. We're okay with the rain here. I don't know what the rain is by you. If you're in the inner city, then I wouldn't do it because you've got all them pollutants in the air, and then the rain washes it down, and you're putting it right into your pond, and it's a very small pond. Ours is, I think, 45,000 gallons or something like that. It gets diluted a lot. Poor Tracy. So, you know, there's things you got to look at there and figure out. Check out your what's that in the air? Your something level of pollutants in your air and stuff. Because any pollutants in your air, if you're near a city, will get washed down and into your pond. So, you know, you got to think of that. Benny Travis says, where do I contact you guys? At bigrich@ohiofishrescue.com.
Reaper, what got you into video games? Nothing. I'm not into video games. I played pretty much 2 games or so, 3 maybe.
Trade Wars? Quake.
Quake.
Because we got big into Quake.
Well, it was one earlier than that. What was before Quake?
Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doom and Quake. And it was, that's what we did.
But, you know, that's what back in the day when I'd carry my whole computer over to his house and we'd hook up with the RJ45 cables and there'd be 10 of us at his table and we'd all be trying to kill each other. Those were the good old days.
Yeah, it was.
Melissa F. says, does her internal bleeding need to be surgically stopped? No. See, this is a big problem I have with the doctors. They say no. It's just a little ulcer on her upper GI. They call it an upper GI bleed. But I'm telling you, as much as she bleeds, Reaper, you're going to freak out when you go out there and see how much is on the towel in front of her. I've wiped her face off.
I don't like seeing it at all.
I've sucked it all up, and everything's fine. But, you know, we have to wait till tomorrow for the doctor to, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I've seen her bleed way worse than this, and then, you know, 2 days from now, it's all healed up and it stops bleeding. The reason she's bleeding now is because she's sick and she's coughing so much. The coughing is ripping her upper GI bleed open. And now she's bleeding on top of coughing. And the bleeding makes her cough more. It's a compounded problem right now. I would like them to go in and fix it, but they keep telling me there's nothing they can do. You know, so I don't know. It's sickening to me.
Mr. Jinx, Rich, what's the future plans for OFR? from Britain.
All right, here's our plans. We're going to take over the world. That's right, PK. You heard it here first. So Ann Campbell says, isn't that how you guys met? Yes. He's not a gamer. He's not a video game guy. He thinks video games are the video games that the kids play online, the PlayStation and all that stuff. He's not a video gamer. He was a real gamer back in the day, computer gaming. She thought it was all one big thing. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. But that's how we met, and but we don't do it no more. Real life got in the way. We had fun back then.
Real things to do now. And fantasize. Casual Aquatics for $2. Appreciate the reply and your channel good info.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, very much.
We try and, we read all the super chats, and we try and read as much of the regular, thing as possible, and then answer people's problems and questions. I know it looks like I don't have my eyes open. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. It's this camera, my eyes are open. I'm there. I can see, but it looks like I'm dead straight, It looks like my eyes ain't open. This is why I wear this reason I wear the sunglasses. Second reason is if I read over here, you don't see my eyes pointing off that way. I can keep my head pointed at the screen and I look over there and read, and you don't see my eyes pointing that way. So that's why I wear the glasses. Trying to do everything I can to, do things right by you guys. All right. Let me see here. It's another question here we can answer. Melissa F. says her blood levels should be checked. Yes, because that's what actually caused all this in the first place. We were both so sick, and, she's got narcolepsy. And whenever you don't give her narcolepsy medicine, she goes into a delusional state. So every time she goes to the hospital, I have to fight with the hospital. Give her narcolepsy medicine. If you take it away, she's going to go delusional. Well, they always take it away because 200 milligrams a day is the maximum suggested amount. She's on 1,000 a day for narcolepsy. It's the only thing that made her be alive and be part of living. She was dead asleep before that. So her doctor prescribed her this for over 15 years. And now the hospitals won't give it to her every time she goes to the hospital. So she goes into a delusional period. Well, same thing happened when she was sick here. The night she died, the day she died, she did die. And, I did CPR on her until the medics got here and they brought her back. The day she died here, she was, so pale. And I've got a video of this. And, the video starts off with her. She's laying on her side and she goes, "Thank you for taking care of me." I'm like, "Honey, you ain't got to thank me for taking care of you. It's all good." And I'm like, "What's my name?" I'm like, "Tracy." "Trace, what's my name?" She goes, "Rich Price." And I'm like, "Oh, you know who I am. Yesterday you didn't know me." The reason being is she was going to the bathroom puking all the time. And what we figured out later is she was puking up her narcolepsy medicine. So she was going in and out of delusionalism because she wasn't getting all of her medicine. So here it turns out she was going in there puking, and she was puking blood out and not telling me. I'd help her to the bathroom, and she'd go down to the toilet and go to puke. I'd close the door. I'd hear her puking. I did not know she was puking blood. So now when the hospital finally says 3 days later to bring her in, because I told her when she coughs, there's little black specks on her hand. They said she's bleeding internally. Get her in here. So I get her up. I take her to the shower. I rinse off the black stuff on her shoulder. And, she leans forward and takes her last breath. It was the worst sound I ever heard in my life. It was horrible. And so I bear hugged her, and I took her back to the bedroom, and I laid her down, and I started doing CPR. Well, the first compression I did on her, all this black coffee-looking stuff came out of her mouth. And it smelled like ether. It was really bad. So I grabbed her shoulder, and I pushed on her solar plexus and turned her towards me, and like 2 more coffee cups full of this black stuff came out of her. Then I laid her on her back and started doing compressions. I did 30 compressions, hard compressions, and then 2 breaths. And I did this for 11 minutes till the medics got there, and then they got there, and I took her out to the kitchen because I saw my cameras, they were here. So I grabbed her, and I'm meeting them as they're coming in. I'm coming out, and they said, put her down, and I put her down on the floor, and they put this big machine on her that was violent. This thing was like, and they were like, yeah, we break ribs all the time with this machine. And it was violent. I was like, oh my God. But it got her a heartbeat. The problem was she went 11 minutes with no, the compressions I was doing, she didn't have much blood in her. She turned out to be a number 5 when she showed up at the hospital. They gave her 3 pints the first day and 2 pints the second day. So all the compressions I'm doing, as hard as they weren't enough to get oxygen to her brain because she didn't have enough blood in her system from all the puking she was doing. Now, I'm not a doctor. I did what I could, what what little I knew, but she's recovering from all this. I mean, if I was a doctor, I'd have known right away. I would have picked her up by her feet and hung her upside down and let all the blood go to her head and start doing compressions on her that way or something, I did not know, so I tried my best.
Yeah, she's still here.
She's here.
She's still here.
So, as long as she's progressing, I'm going to fight and spend every day of my waking life to give her time to fight more and come back more. So that's how that all happened. It was a cluster fun. Oh, it was a cluster of different things going wrong that a doctor may have known. I didn't. I'm just a guy, I've never been an RN, a nurse, an aide, nothing. I learned CPR from watching South Park, Let's change the subject.
Yeah. Is the Aquatic still doing their thing at 8:30 then, Steven?
I haven't talked to him in a while. He skipped the show a couple times, but I don't know.
Yeah, we got like 5-6 more minutes.
Okay, let me see here. Guys, Sue Ann Campbell, K-Stu, please, guys, there's enough trouble in the world. We don't need to make more trouble. You guys are misunderstanding each other, and you guys are both good people. Let's let that go, okay?
Yeah,
But, you're part of the Fishy family. We're good people. You're good people. We know that. Things get misconstrued in text, so just let that go, guys. Neither one of you meant anything wrong, so just let it go.
Zach Polzin, would you consider doing a call-in day where your fans call and talk live?
Yeah, but that has to be pre-set up because I have to have a different window for every phone call, and I have to have it pre-set up so I can just click on the window and you're already there. So basically, people have to call in ahead of time, and I set it up, and then you wait in line until you come onto the show. It's not, you can't just call in, maybe you can. I don't know any other way. That's the way we do it. I'm sorry.
What plants would you send you guys for the outside pond? That's what we're
Ooh, lily pads.
Yeah,
Lily pads. Love lily pads.
And we need a lot. The front's beautiful. It's
front's
good.
beautiful, yeah.
In fact, we got to move that one up on top. It's taking over the whole first waterfall. And put another smaller one, but we need more in the back for sure.
Well, I talked to Josh about I want to take that one from the waterfall and put it back.
Right.
He's like, no.
Why?
So now we're at a stand because that's growing so good there. He don't want it to not grow good somewhere else.
Oh.
He thinks if we move it, it might not grow. So
It's
doing
true.
good.
It's always.
It's doing good where it's at.
It is.
We can cut it in half.
So well that you thought it was a lotus.
Right. We can cut it in half and take half back there.
Absolutely. I mean,
we can do that.
we need to do that.
It's a crying shame. Says yes. More lily pads are amazing. You need that big one that Greg has in his own pond. Yes, but the problem with that is a Amazon plant, and he has to take it in every summer. Our lily pads we can leave out, and they'll go dormant and then come back next winter or next summer even better, bigger.
Right.
We've got 9 to 12 flowers coming up every day on that front pond, and they disappear at nighttime. And you see them. I go out there at like 7:30 in the morning. And I go to feed the pond, and I see all these little buds sticking right. The water level's like right there. They're sticking up just a little bit, and then later on by noon, I'll go out there and there's like 11 flowers all sticking up out of the water and looking beautiful. You know, I love the way lily pads work. They come up every day and they go down every night. That's crazy. Eric says, what's the outside perimeter of the pond? The front one is probably 15 by 10 by 30 inches deep. The back one is 40 by 30 by 5 foot deep.
With a 30-inch rim around it, 2 foot wide or so.
Right. That poor girl. She don't need to be sick on top of this. Okay, Dave Steinbeck says, you're a great man, Rich. If I could be there right now, I'd give you a big hug, buddy. Aw, thank you. Keep the faith and hang in there. Of course, you got to keep going on. You just got to keep going. Lotuses would be nice, yes.
I know, we got to get some. I thought that was going to be one, and then I had to put it up there. It's a lily.
I was wrong again.
Things
Is that your phone? Who's vibrating?
You. But
No.
Me.
That's you. This old guy can't tell if it's his phone vibrating.
And we got like 2 minutes when we're off the air, man.
Alrighty.
Can I call you right back?
B. Reisenberg says, what happened to the Rob's guy who used to help with live streams? Rob's is still around. If I need him, he'll be there to help us. He's up in Minnesota, and he's doing his thing now. He's him and his girlfriend, you know, getting married, having a kid, all that kind of stuff. So he's doing his thing online. I try not to bother him. I mean, he'll definitely help me if I ask him. But I've learned what I can learn from him, and I don't want to bother him. So I go in and I investigate myself. I've got the basics down, and then I can go from there. You know, he taught me the basics, and I got it. So I don't need to bother him. But, you know, if something's like really drastic, then of course I'll call him. But he's there if I need him. Rob's.
Who?
Rob's.
Oh.
Remember the guy who used to have the green things on, and they were, you know, match the background?
And Eric, what are the best plants to put on the edge of the ponds? Oh man, there's so many.
The edge of any pond is lily plants down in the water, because it gives the fish something to hide under, and then the what do you call them, the birds,
the herring,
the herrings, the blue herrings, they go to step onto the lily pad and then they fall through it, so they jump back. So they have to go from ground. As long as you've got, you know, 24 inches to 30 inches drop on your first level of rocks, the herrings won't come in. They can come in on like 20 inches or so with their legs and step on the ledge and then pick out fish. But if you've got it 24 to 30 inches, that first ledge, the herrings will not come in. They have to be from the side. Now, from the side, they can pick at fish, but if there's cover, the fish will stay under cover, and when he tries picking at them, they'll take off, you know, and hide. So, you know, I like lily pads. Now, against the edge, I also like arrowheads. Any type of lilies are nice. They grow 3-4 foot tall. What are them things? We just put against our whole back deck. The yellow lilies.
Those were the yellow flag lilies.
Yellow flag lilies, like down. You can get them in all kinds of colors.
Oh yeah.
And they, you know, they come back every year and they sprout.
They spread. Oh my God, they spread.
Yeah.
Um,
Amy Puda says, can you guys devote a video to diesel? Now, see, we've tried videos like this before, and the problem is 99% of our following is fish people. So when we do a dog video, like 20% of the people watch it, and the video does really horrible. Now, I can have diesel in the videos, but if I dedicate a whole video to diesel, the video will do bad, because all of our following is fish people, and they want to see the fish.
But Reaper's realm, when they start mine, It will be the garden.
It's called Reaper's Realm.
Well, we've been thinking outdoor, this and that world, but yeah.
Reaper's World.
Yeah, it was like Reaper's Realm. What the heck? And we'll cover it all.
He's going to start his own channel. I've been trying to get him to do
Yeah.
this forever.
And we'll feature Diesel and Barnaby like you guys want. And Kurt, he just babysitted Ken. So he had Granger.
Wait,
he had,
Kurt babysitted Ken?
well, his dogs.
Okay, that's better.
And Eric's dog. So he had 3 dogs to watch. There's,
poor kid.
Granger. And then there was Sparky, which is an Alaskan Husky.
Mhm.
And then the newest one, which is an Australian Shepherd. But he's kind of cool. He's like a morph. He's really light, so he's kind of rare. But he's just a puppy. So, yep. We got all kinds of things coming up.
Nice. Okay.
It is
So
8:33.
you're thinking Reaper's Realm is going to be your channel.
I think so. What do you think?
Hey guys, if you have any opinions on this, something to do with Reaper, that's his name, and his channel. What do you want to call his channel? So you come up with suggestions. We'll be more than happy to, listen to every one of them.
It'll be some fish, obviously, mine and the things we're doing, but it's going to be the gardening and the plants and,
And then also your camping.
and, cooking out there and camping and stuff like that. So,
Hey guys, this is Reaper. This is how we cook filet mignon on a campground. Yeah, Sue Ann Campbell says, we watch OFR for Fish, Big Rich, Tracy, Josh Reaper, and all the shenanigans.
And there's plenty of that to go around. Oh, Jesus, such a good boy. I tell you what, though, raised a lot of dogs, seen a lot of dogs, and he's got the worst breath.
Oh, that dog has, how puppy breath usually stinks, but it's so cute.
No.
No.
Him.
That's puppy ass breath. He's got the worst breath ever. He's so cute, but oh my God.
Fear the Reaper, Dana Life at Reaper.
Taking it easy with Reaper.
How about not Fear the Reaper? We thought about Don't Fear the Reaper,
Yeah.
obviously. We like that one. But Reaper's World 360, hey, don't know. I mean, gotta name it something.
Yeah.
People are trying to find it because I am under Reaper because when I told them I got
20
YouTube,
years ago, he got the YouTube.
I got Reaper and shit, and he's like, no.
No, you do not have Reaper on YouTube. He's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and he looked it up, and technically I didn't. It had the 2, parentheses next to it, and you're like, all right, let's check it out. And he took them off. He says, no, you won't have it. He's like, dang, you do have it. I have Reaper on YouTube, so we just got to figure out what it is. So, but if you do Reaper trains, you'll see the train video. It will get you there. I only got 5 subscribers. I don't care. I'm not worried about that right now. Right now, we do things for OFR. I'm here behind the scenes trying to get that going and everything because the more we do and the more we raise, the better off it is for OFR and the less he has to spend. It's all about taking care of these fish. But in the meantime, I never expected to be on camera, video, or anything like that.
You hate being on camera.
I don't. I do. That's why you guys see my fish tank. You don't see me pointing things at me. You see me pointing it elsewhere. But you'll see my fish. You'll see that. Going deeper with the Reaper. Just fine. But that's the way I like it. If you guys don't, you'd be telling me, but evidently I've heard things that I like the monologue at the end, with you talking about your fish, seeing the fish, so that's the way I'm going to keep it.
Not me, I just shut it down when it comes to it.
But we'll see what we can do. Just going to try. I never.
How
ever
about
expected.
Reaper and the chiclets?
I actually have a tin can. Who'd that come from?
I
That
forget who sent somebody
was-
sent it to us.
Either Maloney, it wouldn't-
Richard Maloney
or
Jim
Jim
Cheesley.
one or the other. But yeah, it's actually, and then he put it on Reaper with and the whole thing was chiclet. Oh, it's so cool. I got it at home. It's so neat. And he sent 2 packs of flowers with it, seeds. We did not. We forgot there were seeds in there till we opened it like a week or 2 ago. We're looking at it again.
Oh, you just found the seeds?
Yeah, we're like, oh, there's seeds in there.
Did you plant them?
No, it's kind of late, but we'll try next year. It should be all right.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, dude. It's 8:37. Time to sign off.
All right, guys. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Tracy's still good, and you know, we keep an eye on her right here. It's the end of our show, and I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I always have fun hanging out with you guys.
Mhm.
You know, 98% of you guys. There's a little 2%. We're starting to weed and feed. We're going to delete them out of there. I'm not even going to talk about the drama no more. I'm just going to delete them. You know, I'm tired of it. They don't need to be in our world. So, you know, thank you for hanging out with us. Me and Reet, we always have fun together, and hanging out with you guys, having fun with you guys, that's always fun too. You know, telling stories, and well, I wish we could tell them the real stories.
But we happen to have an X-rated channel for that. At least R.
It got to be a heavy R channel. R-rated. All right, guys, we love you. Stay fishy.
Fishy, my friends.
Oh, you want to do that together?
Yeah.
All right. Stay fishy, my friends. Love you guys. Bye.
Later, people.
Oh, my goodness.